die Verbrennung der Amerikaner.
What is up, my beautiful mates of YouTube? My name is Aussie Marcel, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a direct comparison between Tom Ford's Black Orchid and Oud 24 Hours. Both of these are eau de parfums. But before I talk about them, I just want to mention my fragrance of the day, and that is Jean Paul Gaultier's Ultra Male. It's so sweet smelling, it's warm, it's spicy, it's incredibly long lasting, and I've never not gotten a compliment for this one. Pricing is very hit and miss though, so I just recommend people get Nike Man Blue instead. That's only $10, whereas you can find this for like $200. It's a kind of a no-brainer. So back to Tom Ford's Black Orchid. I actually wrote something about this, and I just wanted to read it out to you guys. Tom Ford's Black Orchid is a soft kiss on a drizzly morning. Eyes strained by sleep and struggling to stay open. It is breathless movements and the elegance of the human form. Needy flesh seeking warmth from another. A human port in a storm. Wearing Black Orchid is like going to bed in the softest, warmest soil of a rose garden. Thousands of rose petals, a blanket, the earth your bed. Black Orchid evokes images of sharp secrets whispered gently by full lips, of gossip inside a court with royalty and human snakes in gowns with lavish details, gold and crimson. The black of nightfall outside, opulence and red wine laid out in banquets before the wealthy masses. It is the opium and sin in the adjacent rooms, hidden in shadows and only spoken about after dark, after the party has wound down and the children are long forgotten and left to their own innocent slumbers. Black Orchid is carnal and decadent, a glimpse into realms of ecstasy mortals are rarely privileged to see, touch and taste. Dark, floral, with the honey sweetness of new decay, it provides a tangible and very real taste of pure opulence. A lingering scent that refuses to wane until the following day, remaining luscious and thick like the hair of a succubus. It's also the same sort of nocturnal fragrance that I imagine when watching Eyes Wide Shut by Stanley Kubrick. A walking conspiracy of wealth, good taste, and the purest and most heinous of sin. For Tom Ford's Black Orchid, I would dress up the outfit as much as possible and wear an awful lot of black, like even more than I would normally wear, and that's a lot of black. For Oud 24 Hours, it's a little different. You can dress that one down a bit because it's not quite as classy, but both of them are still very opulent, classy fragrances. Oud 24 Hours is slightly more casual, both of them are still nighttime scents, so do keep that in mind. The thing that I love most about these scents is how similar they are to one another. Although Black Orchid, the eau de parfum, is smoother, and it obviously smells like it's been made with better ingredients and better quality aroma chemicals, Oud 24 Hours, it isn't all that different from Black Orchid. And I find it kind of amazing that they've managed to create something that's so similar to the original. It is still smooth. Don't go into this thinking it's going to be a harsh mess of a fragrance, because it really isn't. There is still a smoothness here, there is still a quality here, and you know, that's pretty evident. It's so similar to Black Orchid, it's kind of crazy. I would say that Oud 24 Hours is the earthier of the two scents, whereas Black Orchid is the sweeter of the two and the smoother of the two. There's almost a creaminess to Black Orchid. This doesn't have that creaminess. It's been replaced with an almost dusty dirtiness. But actually, the creaminess is here, but it's just not as pronounced. It's still an incredible fragrance. It's so much of the way there that it's kind of ridiculous. Oud 24 Hours has the same darkness, it has the same floral facets. It's earthy, it's opulent, it's lavish. It's still a very enjoyable, very long-lasting fragrance, but in my experience, the Oud 24 Hours doesn't get the 24 hours that I've read about online. Perhaps older formulations did, perhaps older formulations were very beast mode. It's still a 12-hour scent, and 12 hours is something to be commended in this day and age. But I find that Black Orchid, the Eau de Parfum, is easily a 24-hour scent. I mean, if you spray that on your clothes, it will last hours. It is a very powerful fragrance, whereas Oud 24 hours is probably half as powerful. But keep in mind, that's just my experience with the two fragrances, and your results may vary. You may have this skin chemistry that picks up Oud 24 hours much better than Black Orchid, and in which case, if that's you, maybe Oud 24 hours is the clear-cut choice between the two of them. If you're somebody on a tighter budget, why would you spend the extra $200 on Tom Ford's Black Orchid? It's just a brand, you're just paying for the brand. Although Tom Ford's Black Orchid is of an exceptional quality, and it truly is, Oud 24 hours is just as valid, and although it lasts half as long in my experience, 12 hours is nothing to scoff at, and it's still a worthy fragrance. If you can't budget $250 for a scent, budget the $50. Pick this one up, especially if you're after a daring fragrance, a daring, dark, floral, unisex fragrance. Oud 24 hours will not disappoint you. Although, if you already own Tom Ford's Black Orchid, you probably don't need to pick up a bottle of Oud 24 hours. That's just my take on it. So, if you've ever worn either of these fragrances before, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what your thoughts are. And until the next video, my name is Aussie Marcel, and I'll catch you guys around. Before I go too in depth about the fragrances themselves and compare them, I wanted to talk a little about the sort of outfits you would want to pair with a scent like this. A nice black jacket, leather if you're not a vegan, or non-leather if you are a vegan. Something like what I'm wearing right now by Bolingaro Trevor. This is a faux leather Harrington jacket, and something like this would be absolutely ideal for a scent as rich and luxurious as Black Orchid. Another great option would be a biker jacket. This is another jacket by Bolingaro Trevor. Both of these jackets were like $950+. Something, you know, dark, rebellious, a little mysterious, like a biker jacket. It has a little bit of an edge. Although it still is on the luxe side of things, it would pair really well with such an opulent fragrance like Black Orchid. Somebody that wears a lot of black, in particular, would really benefit from Black Orchid. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman or a they or a them. Anybody is going to benefit from a luxurious fragrance like Black Orchid. It's simply something that everyone should have in their collection for a night out, especially in the cold weather. It's one of those scents that you really want to get in close to. And if you're somebody a little bit like me that has the sort of, I don't know, if you want to call it rocker look, something like Black Orchid is going to be absolutely ideal.